In 2021, I got my first pixie cut. In 2022, I said the hairstyle wasn't for me. I had no intention of getting that haircut again. But in 2025, I found myself in my bathroom, clippers in hand, cutting my hair short for the second time. Hello everyone, it's me, Cici, and I am back with my short hair! Woo! Things were looking pretty dire for the short hair Cici there, I'm not gonna lie. But today, we're gonna answer the questions of why I disliked this hairstyle so strongly 5 years ago, even though I looked good with this hair. And what changed in the past 5 years to bring me to do this hairstyle on myself again. There's a lot to go over, and unfortunately, I think that just like chronologically, it makes the most sense to put the more important stuff last. So, whoops. But first and foremost, it had to be the right time in my life. The first time I did this hairstyle on myself, it was a little bit impulsive, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of walked into the appointment understanding that I probably didn't want this hairstyle, and that impacted how I saw that hairstyle on myself for a really long time. 2020 was just not the right time for me to have that hairstyle. Wait, no, that can't be right. I had to have been 21 and 22. But at this point in my life, I feel like it's the end of like learning how to adult, and it's very much still a work in progress for me, but I have learned a lot about myself, a lot about how to navigate this world as an adult. I've learned a lot about friendships and dating and love, and through all of that, I had the same haircut, you know, the shoulder length with the layers and the swoopy bangs. It felt like now was just the right time to switch up my hair as my identity has been evolving.
So I haven't styled it yet, but I have like chopped off quite a bit. I think that really I just need to like blend the top into the sides a little bit. I left everything intentionally very, very, very long on the sides. I didn't go in with a chic. I went in with scissors. Yeah, I definitely need to like blend it in so that it isn't just like a shelf. But the back also needs a lot of blending in. I'm gonna run to CVS and get hair shears, and I'm also gonna take a shower and see if that does anything. This is crazy. Maybe this was a mistake.
The second key part of this is actually understanding short hair better now than I did a few years ago. I have gotten my hair cut short, I have learned and unlearned how to style it, I've seen it through every phase of growing out, and I understand short hair better than I did when I first got my pixie cut. And honestly, growing out your short hair is one of the hardest parts about getting a pixie cut. The first time around, I tried to like manage it myself by just cutting off whatever like extra long stuff would grow down here, and that led to kind of having like a bowl cut. It was not cute, but now I know how to like layer my own hair and actually work with it and allow it to layer itself as it's growing out. Not only that, I know how to style my hair now. Like, don't get me wrong, this was cute. However, learning to do the flow makes me feel like so much less of a Karen. You have no idea.
All right, time to style this bad boy. So first of all, I go in with just some sea salt spray. This is just salt and water, literally from my kitchen. I'm trying to stray away from using brushes and combs because I feel like that adds more texture to the hair. Now we're gonna go in with some hair gel. I'm gonna be so real with you guys. I literally use aloe vera gel. This is like 90% aloe vera gel. Then I push the hair back, shake it to see where the part wants to fall. And it wants to fall around about there. So I just kind of like use my hands to push it into place from there. And then I'm gonna take a little bit in the center, just like take it and push it back. Because the one thing you have to remember about men's hair, they don't know what a part is. And then this is the most important part. Do not touch it until it's dry. Which hurts me so much.
And a little bit of a side point before we get into part 3 of why I was able to cut my hair now successfully. If you are planning on cutting your hair short, you will get a phantom ponytail. A lot of people, when they go from really, really long hair to short hair like this, will have phantom hair or a phantom ponytail, where it feels like they still have hair there, even though they don't. For me specifically, this manifests as a phantom ponytail, where my brain, because I have no hair on my neck and shoulders now, it thinks that my hair is in a ponytail and gets the same sort of ponytail strain and ponytail headache as if my hair were in a ponytail. However, when I go and take down my ponytail, as one would when they are getting a tension headache, there's no ponytail to take down, and it really sucks. Just a word of caution for anyone out there who is planning on cutting their hair short. Which brings us to our last point, which is just, I am a different person than I was a few years ago. Back at that time, I was not ready for a pixie cut. It didn't align with my fashion at the time. I see hair as a method of self-expression, and at the time when I first got my pixie cut, to style it in a more feminine way, like I was dressing, made me look and feel like a Karen, like I said. The more clean, feminine, like edgy pixie cut was not for me, and that led me to feel a lot of, I don't know if dysphoria is a term that can be used here, but I just didn't like it on me with my fashion. It didn't really feel like an expression and extension of who I am. But recently, I have been exploring my gender presentation and gender identity a little bit more, so having this short hair is actually really good for me. It aligns with my fashion better, it aligns with my sense of self, and it aligns with who I want to be in the world. The longer hair just didn't feel right anymore. Not only did it feel messy and just weird on my shoulders and neck, but it just didn't feel like me anymore. Now, is there a possibility that that will change in the next few years? Yes, absolutely. But right now, this is the hair that feels right for me. And also, it can always grow out later. In conclusion, if you are thinking about cutting your hair, here are a couple of things to consider. First and most importantly, why are you doing it? If you can feel deep in your gut that you don't really want to cut your hair like this, maybe you shouldn't do it. Second, make sure that the hairstyle that you are looking to achieve actually matches the aesthetic that you want to present to the world. I really don't care about your face shape, or what your ears look like, or how long your neck is, or whether or not your chin is pointy or not. If it doesn't match the vibes that you want to express, don't do it. And finally, do your research on styling and phantom hair before you get your hair cut. And that's all I've got for you today. Thank you for watching this video. If you did like this video, make sure to like it down below, and also comment for the ALGORITHM. And if you would like to see more of my lovely face, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and check out the video in the end card right here. I will see you all in the next video, again with my short hair! Goodbye, everyone!